things that will criticize a narcissist. And when a narcissist feels some sense of criticism, this causes a narcissistic injury and they tend to go into narcissistic rage. Now, narcissistic people are highly sensitive to criticism. Survivors of narcissistic abuse, due to the constant criticism that they received from a narcissistic person without any acknowledgement of the things that they do well, can also become highly sensitive to actual criticism, to that unsolicited advice, to being constantly disregarded and degraded and mocked and humiliated and having your character attacked. When you've been through that with a narcissist, when someone says something, even in the most innocent of ways, you can feel personally attacked because your mind has been programmed over a prolonged period of time by a narcissistic person to take that as a personal attack because they were constantly attacking you. Therefore, when you read the literature on narcissism and they say that they're highly sensitive to criticism, especially the covert types, you can think, oh, does that make me the narcissist? Does that mean everyone's narcissistic? Because everyone can be sensitive to criticism. And yes, everyone can be sensitive to criticism. When people are insulting you, when people are constantly putting you down, when people are constantly mocking your achievements, there is criticism to belittle someone, and there is constructive criticism, constructive feedback to try and support and help somebody learn and grow and develop and do better. With a narcissistic person, their personality is characterised with traits of an exaggerated sense of self-importance, a constant need for admiration. They believe that they are superior to others. They believe that they are better than others, making them highly sensitive to criticism and the interpretation of innocent comments and actions from others. A narcissistic person takes as a personal attack. And when it comes to the narcissist and their criticism, yes, we can all be offended by criticism. However, when it comes to a narcissist, you simply giving your attention towards another person, the narcissist takes this as a sign of rejection and neglect. Narcissistic people thrive off attention, and any diversion away from that attention, they get offended. They feel criticized. You showing any form of genuine interest or emotional support to another person, a narcissistic person will go all out with their manipulative tactics to demean you, to belittle you, to accuse you. Because they're coming from a place they come from, their thought process. They lack the ability to recognise how another person might be thinking or feeling. So if a narcissist doesn't believe they're getting the attention they deserve from you, they will go all out to provoke jealousy within you. And then you naturally feel jealous. If a narcissist believes that you've achieved something and they don't want to give you the credit for that achievement, they're going to go all out to give somebody else the credit and praise somebody else to hurt you, to hurt who you are as a person. You can simply just realise that it's someone's birthday who's in the room and, oh, happy birthday, what have you been up to? Are you doing anything nice? And just strike up that conversation and a narcissist gets offended. Now, if it's your birthday, a narcissist will ignore you and go all out to impress a stranger because they know it hurts them, which is why they do it to you and which is why it's so incredibly confusing. Any form of disagreement. A narcissist takes this as a direct attack because they are arrogant enough to believe that they are right in absolutely everything they say and do, and everyone should just agree with them. They're entitled to treat you how you should never treat them. Their fragile self-esteem cannot take any different opposing points of view. The good majority of us, when we have the full information on something, we can stand by a belief. However, when we don't have the full information, we can simply just ask a question and say, oh yeah, I get that, but what about this? How does this play into the events and the situation? To which a genuine person with confidence is either going to say, oh yes, well this happened. Or a genuine person who doesn't know will simply say, I'm not too sure on that actually. I'll have to go and look that up, or so-and-so might know. A narcissistic person is simply going to be, you are wrong. They're going to accuse you of attacking them, of not caring about something. They're going to intimidate you and threaten you and punish you any way they can just because you didn't agree with them. They will deflect the argument, they will undermine your credibility, and they will personally attack you to get others to look badly upon you, all because you didn't readily agree with them, or because you just wanted more information before you made a judgment over a situation. Achieving something. Now, yes, when a complete stranger achieves something, we might look on with that jealousy and think, have they done that? I wish I could do that. When it's a loved one who achieves something, it's a general rule of thumb, people who care about each other are pleased for that person, are happy for that person, want to celebrate with that person, want to give that person the recognition and the attention that they deserve. It's not about entitlement. They deserve it because they've achieved something. With a narcissist, you achieving something challenges their uniqueness, their entitlement, their grandiosity. How dare you do that? I should be gaining the attention. That's what the narcissist thinks. The attention should be on me. How dare they take the spotlight away from me? Their arrogance, their envy can't handle somebody else achieving something, which is why they'll often go all out to downplay it, to ignore it, to criticize it, to ruin the celebration, to take the credit for it, to make derogative remarks about it. They're going to go all out to minimize it because it criticizes them and who they are as a person. When you offer them any form of concern, unsolicited concern, or constructive feedback, they're going to take massive offense to this. A narcissistic person tends to be a jack of all trades, master of none, as the saying goes. Not directed at narcissistic people, that saying, but it does match narcissistic people because they believe they can turn their hand to anything and everything and they're the best and they do not need any help or support from the professionals. And if they make a mistake, it was the teacher that was wrong, it was the apprentice that was wrong, it was the materials that was wrong. A bad workman always blames their tools, which is exactly what a narcissistic person does. If you offer them any form of help, support or guidance, they are going to take massive offense to this because they already believe that they know everything. Now, you can do something and someone can come along and say, hey, if you did it like this, and you think, I spent hours on that. Oh yeah, actually, they're right. Which is why when a narcissist comes along and just nitpicks away at you, even when there's nothing at fault, they're going to find a fault in it, whatever you've done, to nitpick away at you, which just blows your confidence, ruins your self-esteem. You question your own abilities and not their mistreatment of you. Your independence criticises a narcissistic person massively. Even your individuality, your personality, that they tend to latch onto and mirror and sell that they are very similar to you, criticises a narcissist. You often notice those very hobbies they once loved about you, they suddenly start mocking and go all out to destroy for you, and then they discard you and leave you isolated, and then they continue doing the hobbies that you enjoyed until they find something new. Your independence, your identity, they're envious of these, and it threatens who they are as a person, which is why they relish in trying to find a way to control you, how you look, the things you do, the people you speak to. They go all out to coercively control this. And it's those subtle hints of, I'm not sure I trust that friend of yours, but the narcissist has made their presence in your life so convincing that they're really helpful and supportive, you don't realise how destructive they actually are, which is your relationships with other people. Narcissistic people feel criticised by other people's relationships. So they can just see a couple, and if the narcissist hasn't got a supply, they will go all out to ruin that couple, to get in between them, to destroy a family unit, because they simply lack the empathy. They simply don't understand to butt out of other people's business. They get in other people's business. They ruin people's lives. They are very envious of other people's relationships. They will destroy your family. They will destroy your friendships. They will isolate you from all forms of support so that they can control you, because a narcissistic person, your relationships, your meaningful relationships with your friends, with your family, with your work colleagues, with your children, this criticises them. They feel envious, which is why narcissistic people are jealous of their own children and the relationships you create with them, which is why they go all out to divide and conquer and destroy other people's relationships to feel better about themselves, which is why you can just go and do something for your child or go out with a family member, go and see a friend, and a narcissist takes offence and they start sulking before you go, or when you return they accuse you of putting that person before the narcissist. The narcissist suddenly has some form of emergency and they desperately need you, so you find yourself constantly letting down those people who understand to be there for a narcissistic person who doesn't understand you. They just understand themselves and how to manipulate you to get their own way. Anything you notice criticised a narcissistic person, please do add into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot get no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, and a Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.